Hello, everybody. How are you doing today? My name is Tony Rizano, and this is another episode of the world famous, the University Love, the best podcast in 1, 2, 3 galaxies. But ladies and gentlemen, you and I, we just call this show Online Marketing Moves. And we are coming to you live today. Today is Thursday, January the 13th, 2022. Ladies and gentlemen, today we are going to talk about improvements. We are going to talk about improving yourself. What can you do? This podcast won't take very long. It's not very hard. It's something we all should be doing. I mean, you should always be striving to get better. You should always be striving to improve, to make changes. But the one thing that you should not do, and I've had to learn this the hard way, is you cannot make big sweeping changes. You know, you cannot go from, let's say you never worked out. You can't go from never working out to working out 6-7 days a week for like 3 hours a day. That won't work. And you can't go from drinking soda every day to just quitting, just giving up soda completely. You know, you should you should exercise and you should eat healthy. But if it's something that you've always done, one of the things that you can do is reduce. Reduce every week, reduce every day, you know, and get it to the point where you're at 0. Get it to the point where you exercise 6 days a week, you know. If you haven't exercised in years, you know, go say, okay, I'm gonna do it every other day. And what you can do on those days that you don't exercise is you can like stretch. All right, you can do something like that. And the days, let's say that you drank soda after soda after soda after soda. Something that you could do is substitute it with, like, you know, Crystal Light, something like that, you know. But one of the, some people have the aptitude to go from 100 to 0. My dad, I remember one time when I was a kid, he used to drink a lot, you know, quite a bit. And one day I was probably no more than 12, I believe. 12 or 13. And my dad said, "Oh, this is my last beer." And I was like, "What?" He's like, "I'm not drinking beer for a long time." And I was like, "Yeah, right." And my dad did not drink another beer, I would say, until I was about 23, 24, something like that. He went like 10, 11 years without drinking beer, you know. And it was amazing. And I remember he did that with beer, and he did that with cigarettes. Now, he's drank a beer since then. We drank a beer together. But the cigarette thing, he said, I ain't smoking another cigarette. And he put down his cigarette, and he ain't smoked a cigarette ever since. And I was amazed by the big guy. And I'm like, you can just go cold turkey? Because now some people can do that, but for the rest of us, I know I can't. And so I always say, I do this thing where I'm like, all right, let me reduce, man. Let me keep reducing. And I give myself, you know, a month. And I cut back, and I cut back, and I cut back, and I cut back to where I get it to. I'm like, all right, now we can go full force, you know. And for me, it's like one time I was like, all right, I'm working out 6 days a week. So I worked out the first 6 days. And I'll tell you like this, my body was hurting, you know. And so I took a rest day, took Sunday off, I took a Monday off, took a Tuesday off, Wednesday off, and it was another month before I got back to it. And I said, all right, we have to do like 3 days and stretch, or 4 days, and then, you know, like in between. Now, don't either rest or definitely stretch. I say stretch because you're still doing some type of exercise. Get into the habit of, because when you get a certain age. Listen, I'm 42 years old. Listen, and I still can ratchet up, but I need more stretching. I need more, I need more rest. I need more, it just happens when you get older. It's not a big deal, It's not the end of the world, but I remember I used to walk. I used to have the ability to, I played a lot of basketball when I was a kid. And so you just roll out of bed. We all been young. Just roll out of bed, go. Roll out of bed, play basketball till the sun up, sun down. If I did that now, I'd probably have back spot. Matter of fact, it's funny. The last time I tried that, the last time I played a lot of basketball, me and my brother, we played a lot of basketball one time. For some ungodly reason, we went at it. Of course, because me and my brother, we love to compete against each other. And it was me and him one-on-one. We played like 5 or 6 games. And my brother called me 3 days later. He's like, man, my back's still sore. Nah, it's like, well, I'm glad I'm not the only one, sir, because my back is killing me. And I was sore for like a week. And I was like, and he's like, you remember back in the day? I said back with I said we would have played the next day. What are you talking about? And he's like, yeah, we could have went at it again, but back too sore. But to make sweeping changes, that's kind of hard. So if you can't just if you're like me, reduce. Go down. If you drink 6 sodas a week, cut it down to 3, 4. If you have habits, if you don't write as much as you want to, increase your writing some, do that. If you want to shoot videos, if you're doing 0 videos, start with 1 video a week, 2 videos a week. Work your way up, and then you'll learn to start creating as much content as possible. Well, one thing that you will create a lot more content is when you cut out all the TV watching, all the podcasts you listen to, all that stuff, and start creating your very own content, which you should definitely be doing. But yeah, there's ways around it. There's ways to improve. It doesn't have to be the most dramatic sweeping changes. You don't have to go cold turkey on everything. Sometimes reducing, and then after a month or 2, you get to the point where you're like, all right, I've gotten a new habit. I know they say 21 days, but sometimes it takes longer. But once you get into that habit, then you could shoot off. All right, so just work on improvement. Work on improving every day. Every day is a new day, so work on yourself every day. Work on your business every day, and you will see the results in the end. A 1% change every day is better than a 20% change and then go back to doing nothing, and then going back, 6 months later, changing 10%, 1% change every day is a lot better than, no change at all, waiting for months and months on end. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, with that being said, I know this is a short podcast, but it's about improving. You can do it. We all can do it. All right. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back tomorrow with the all-new episode of Online Marketing Moves. But until then, my name is Tony Rizzano. Thank you for listening. And as always, everybody, peace.